Hello. What's
What's
happening?
going on? Sir? What's happening with you?
Something
What's
going on
going
with
on with you?
there you are. Okay. It's like your mic just cut out for a minute, but
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm here.
how's your weekend going?
Oh, it's going all right. I actually actually met up with some of my family from out of town that came up to see us for the weekend. And, you probably seen the pictures on Facebook
I
and
saw.
everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't hardly get many chances to see them. But I'm kind of glad they came up.
Are they like your
I had fun.
cousins or stuff like that? Or
Yeah, that was cousins from Miami. There's actually all my first cousins and second cousins.
okay. Well, yeah, that's always a fun time to, you know,
Right. I mean,
see family.
we had fun and everything. So yeah, what's going on, David? That's all good. We understand. Long as you dropped in.
Sorry, it's Mike came back too. Hi, David. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
Oh, he
that's
knows.
really funny. Cyber It's good. It's
He
good.
knows. See,
But I want to
Cybermax
say,
is like
well,
us. Like if you're joking, he knows he likes you. You know what I mean? Like he's like that with like we are. Like
right, because that's exactly how I am. If I like you, I'm joking with you. I'm a joke
yeah.
with you. That's how I show that I like you. Because I'm the type of person, I look on the bright side of things. I got to find, like Ray said, got to find human things, and also,
Well, so there's
I
a saying,
I just like to
laughter is
have
the
fun.
best medicine. So,
Right,
I really believe that. Laughing makes you feel better. It's hard
right.
to be
Even when I
grumpy
was
when you're laughing.
right, even 10 years ago when I was down, I can't believe it's been 10 years. When I was down sick and everything, I was still bothering and making fun of people.
Yeah. I'm the
That's
same way
just
in
how
the
I am.
hospital.
I got right.
I'm always teasing around
But
with
yeah,
nurses and the CNAs and stuff, just trying to make them smile, make their day better because they have a crap job.
right.
Nurses
My
and
room, even the nurses said when I was in the hospital, they'll say, Mr. Thomas's room is like the room to be in.
yeah,
Even a couple of times the nurses weren't even assigned to my room. How you doing, Mr. Thomas? You doing good? Oh, I'm doing fine. You got one today? No, but if you come back later, I would.
yeah. One
But
time I was
yeah,
in
but
the hospital and the nurse came in and he said, you're the pretty much the only coherent patient we have on the floor right now. And then he sat in my room the whole night and we just chit chatted because I'm not a good sleeper in the hospital. I cannot sleep in there. So we just chit chatted for like 4 hours overnight because literally no other patient was awake enough to need a nurse.
right. And during the time when I was there, when I was in the hospital, at that time, well, that first night I was actually the only patient on that floor.
Oh, wow.
I was the only patient on that floor. And and 3 or 4 nurses just coming in. You know what? I'm just gonna sit right here with you, Mr. Thomas, if you don't mind. I'm like, but don't you have other patients? No, you're the only one here. I'm
No,
like, for
no.
real?
That
God,
will
dog.
never happen here because there's literally one hospital for this entire city. One.
One.
Yep.
Wow. They
Yep.
got like I don't know how many we got here in Duval County. It's can't even count.
Excuse my coughing, guys. It just comes out of nowhere. I can't help it. I tried to
It's
mute myself, but it just comes out of nowhere. So I'm really sorry. I
it's
try to move away
it's
from
all
the mic.
good.
But yeah.
It's all good. Nothing to apologize for, Ray. You all good. We all good. We know, it's all good. We understand.
But
yeah,
no, who had that video, Frauditor Troll Slayer? Who had the video for that? Because I don't remember that
did
video.
you did you all see the video of Ian and Pam and their
Like
sidekick at the restaurant? They almost
trying
first
to
off, who was
play.
Ian and Pam?
uh, I have no idea.
Who was, I don't have no idea who was Ian and Pam. You may have to introduce us to them for the troll slayer. And what
Yeah,
the David person
my
is a
email
witch.
is pinned. My email is pinned. I'm telling you guys, there's any videos you come across that you find interesting or you want us to talk about, just send them to me and we'll work them into a show. I'll play them for you guys.
Right. Right. We don't have a problem showing, if you have a video you want us to check out, just send it. We'll play them. Body
Yeah.
cam videos. It could be frauditor videos.
Oh,
We'll play
David,
them.
um, we're doing the vertical and the regular live, the one that goes right into the shorts. And you're on the one that goes to the shorts. So you might not see the chat for the people that are in the regular stream. You have a little
But
phone
yeah,
or tablet next to your name. So you're in the vertical. We're in the normal.
yeah,
Just gets more
yeah.
people seeing the live stream. If they want to stick around, they can. If they don't, they can go, look at other shorts. So it's a new
But I
interesting
just,
thing that StreamYard's doing.
yeah, I just want to say, before we get this, I had said before we get this party
Yep.
started, I just want to say I am so excited for tomorrow. It is our mega stream for tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Yes. Yes.
I
It's
get to
gonna
hang
be
out.
good.
I get to hang out with Ray Ray for tomorrow, and maybe David E. Person if he could come up here, but I don't know. Sometimes,
Well,
his
like you
his
said,
pterodactyl is not on time.
well, yeah, but anybody that's invited on panel tomorrow, if they could just stop by because they have other plans, or if you just want to stop by in the chat, you don't have to stay the whole time. I mean, it'd just be nice to see you guys. If you can stop in. I know a lot of people have plans on Memorial Day, but you could be here the whole time too. I mean, it's totally cool. You know.
So, Fraud Troll, so you said Ian and Pam are the Michigan clan that the dude pepper sprayed them. Oh, that's who that is. I
Yeah.
haven't seen an update on them.
No, you said Dr. Dave has it, so I'll go looking for that for tomorrow, maybe. So we can play it tomorrow. Oh, that's neat,
I'm
Steven.
excited every
Steven, you
time I
need to
get to see
come up
that.
here
Yeah, I'm glad that
sometime.
yeah, if you want to come up, just glad to
Just
have
let
you
me
up here,
know.
Stephen Robertson. Yeah.
Mm.
So who's the first one
It's
how should
Black
I put
Heart
it?
Night.
Who the first one
It's
up
a
tonight?
Black Heart Night. There's a predator that got attacked for filming a child. He says he
See,
got
this is
attacked,
what
but
gets me with see, that's what gets me with with these fraudsters. They always they have to realize people don't want their children videotaped.
yeah. And we've been saying for a long time, all of us have been saying it's only a matter of time before people don't care that you're holding a camera or that there's police there because they're just worried about protecting their family. You know, it's just a matter of not wanting kids on your. How hard is it to not film kids? Because you want to prove a point.
Right,
I
right.
mean,
But let's be reduced. But let me just ask. I think I asked this question before. Do you really think that these fraudsters will want their children recorded
I don't
by a
think they
total stranger?
care. I really don't think they
I,
care.
to me, I would find it really creepy. I'm like, why is you taping children?
Yeah, I find it weird and creepy too. Like you're using that as an excuse to go out and film children, if you know what I'm saying, I mean, the
Yeah,
First
I
Amendment
do.
has nothing to do with it. Is this lady, I'm not going to tell you if you didn't see the video, but there's a lady in here that makes a really valid point to him. Even
Right.
though she makes it really angrily, she does make a good point. So, we listen to her and she's right about what she says. So, right. Let's watch this because it's
Yeah.
always fun to see a predator get put in his place.
Get his coming ups. Get his up what it coming up and
Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we find ourselves out in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, with the frauditor known as Not the End of Freedom, as he is filming an accident scene and apparently lingers on a child that's around the accident scene for way too long for the liking of his grandparents. And believe me, they come in to assert themselves in the situation, and of course the frauditor demands their arrest and everything like that. Of course they do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this freaking S show on the road, shall we?
Please don't record my grandkids. I am in a queue with my fucking grandkids. Don't record my fucking grandkids.
Yo, leave it, let it.
Are you gonna leave?
Leave it, leave it.
Are you gonna leave?
Leave
please?
it, leave it,
Are you gonna leave?
leave it.
You cannot.
Leave my phone alone.
Don't
Leave my phone.
record my
You
grandkids.
cannot put
I
my
asked you
kids
nicely.
on your video. I'm telling you right now, you do not have permission, because schools have to get permission too, to get.
Now, of course, I've got a spoiler alert for you right here. He's going to complain that he feels like his hand is broken. You know, the one holding the cell phone at this particular time, that the guy that just grabbed his cell phone ended up breaking his hand, or allegedly breaking his hand. But of course, if he broke his hand, he probably wouldn't be able to hold the cell phone. It has to be one of those cases of, well, weakling frauditor syndrome. Yeah, it seems like every time a frauditor gets touched, they're nothing but a bunch of pussies who cry all about all sorts of pain. Yeah, they're weak and fragile little creatures, aren't they? I mean, I used to be a referee in some professional wrestling matches, and, well, I took a lot of bumps, and I'm still around, never broke a bone.
A video of children. Schools do it. So I don't know who you
Stay away from me. Get the fuck away from me. Out. Get the fuck away from me.
Ew.
No. I want this man arrested.
I want you arrested.
I want this man arrested right now.
Sir, please. Give a fuck. I'll go to jail. I'm like you.
Did anything physical
I'll sue
happen?
you.
What happened?
Did anything physical happen?
He grabbed my phone. Look, it's all on video.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, poor old Will's cell phone. Did he hurt it? Did he scuff it up with his fingerprints? Are you going to sue him over that? Oh, poor little baby. He touched your cell phone. Well, I feel bad for the other guy, considering that he might end up getting a disease from touching that thing, because it is, after all, an extension of yourself. And if that cell phone is an extension of yourself, I hate to think of the foreign pathogens that you're carrying around that might infect the next person that touches it. Yeah, I would suggest that guy get some sort of disinfectant or something like that, or check himself into a clinic. That way they can make sure he isn't contaminated with anything.
Good. Do you have your license with me?
I got my number.
You have your license number?
Yes. Here. I want this guy arrested right now.
That's not how it works. You know that.
Okay.
What do you need? Just a notebook, coach. I can write some information down.
Here.
Thank you.
Oh no, don't tell me you did that. Don't tell me that you went against the frauditor code about the Fourth Amendment violation and everything like that. You know you're not supposed to do that without giving a rather pathetic, weak argument about it, right? I mean, you totally failed at this point. I mean, you're a failure as a frauditor. I'm sure all the other frauditors will soon be laughing at you.
Fucking piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you.
Everybody's business on the internet.
Learn your constitution. Learn your rights. Ignorant.
My rights.
Ignorant.
You're
You.
the ignorant one.
I'm the ignorant. I'm the one who walked up to you and grabbed your phone, right? I'm the ignorant one.
Phone number, Mario?
Yeah, I would definitely call you the ignorant one on this because there are issues at hand that might cause your video to disappear should the wrong people, well, complain about it. Because according to YouTube policy, you're supposed to have the permission of the parents or guardians of the child that you are filming. So at this point, if somehow somebody managed to find the parents or grandparents in this case, they might be upset that their child's image ended up on YouTube without their permission. And this isn't a First Amendment issue. This is a policy violation issue right here.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o!
Recording kids without permission.
What's your phone number, Mario?
570-926-9308. Fucking piece of shit.
Do you need EMS or anything?
What happened?
Do you need EMS or anything?
Yes.
Do you need EMS?
Yes.
Okay. Can you start me an EMS unit here? Oh, later incident. We got someone complaining. What are you complaining about, Mario?
My hand is fucking hurting. Fucking grab my hand, almost fucking broke it. Fucking grab it against my fucking phone. Fucking piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Learn your constitution. Learn your rights. Ignorant. Ignorant. I'm the ignorant. I'm the one who walked up to you and grabbed your phone, right? I'm the ignorant one.
You know, it's bad enough that he's doxing himself by presenting his driver's license on camera where you can see it with a good piece of software. Now he's giving out his phone number. I guess this frauditor lacks on brains or something like that. I mean, like a lot of them do, but this one's just flat out, well, on a whole different level of stupidity. And now let's just go ahead and jump to the point where he wants to get an order of protection on the guy. Yeah, I mean, come on now. It was a one-time encounter about something you should have been well aware of, seeing as you think you know everything.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Where can I file a protection order against this guy? Yeah, where? How?
You know a lot about laws. You know you're gonna get a PFA against them. Unless you guys are in an intimate relationship, like if you guys are a couple, or if you guys live together, then you can get a PFA.
So that means if we walk to me and do that again, I have the right to defend myself, right? If he walks to me and do that again, do I have the right to defend myself? Because I could have punched this motherfucker. Well, you're an officer. Don't you know the law? How does that work?
Listen, we're not here about the law. We're here about this right now. We're gonna deal with this right now.
How do I make a complaint?
Any questions you have, you can find them on Google. You can go somewhere.
So you don't know anything about the law then?
Harassment right now.
You don't.
So you got it from us today.
Okay.
You want something else? You want somewhere else?
I'm getting a harassment. Okay. Okay. But you don't know how it works? No?
You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. That's why I gave you 2 ears, so you can listen more. He will be getting cited with harassment. Not you.
You got it right there. Okay. But I'm telling you too right now, if this guy walked up to me, I'm gonna punch his face.
That's a threat right there.
Well, if he walks up to me and do the same thing that he did to me, he's lucky that I got you guys here. You guys never see anything that happened. You guys never see anything. You guys are so busy doing nothing.
Oh, typical fraudulent crybaby right here. He's complaining about them doing nothing at all. Well, at least they called an ambulance for you, which they're about to put you in because, well, you claim that you got a broken hand, so they're going to go ahead and check it out.
You want to get this done? You want to get checked out? Yes.
You getting checked out?
Yes, this hand. I want to go to the hospital for X-ray.
All right, but the whole thing is we can't have live at the back of the name.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna end my life.
What?
I'm gonna end the live.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end this live here, but I will be back with you because there is more coming.
Well, I hope you got insurance that will be able to cover that ambulance ride because they're going to charge you an arm and a leg, quite literally, for riding in that ambulance, and especially if you don't have any real injuries whatsoever. I'm betting that you don't, because you were still able to walk around, hold that camera, and you didn't wince or cry in pain whatsoever when you were dealing with those officers. Yeah, either you're very strong or you were just flat out lying. And I'm willing to believe that you were fucking lying. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
This could be some groundbreaking stuff right here.
Wow.
That was Blackheart Knight. That dude was a
Yeah.
complete idiot.
Thank you, Blackheart Knight, for the video. That was excellent. His hand isn't broken. He was holding that phone while he was saying, "Oh, I need an ambulance. My hand's broken." Come on. I broke my hand and my wrist. It immediately swells up and turns all different shades of pretty blues and blacks. So Blackheart Knight was
Right. I
right.
mean,
He wouldn't have been able to hold the phone.
right. His hand would have been in so much pain. He was in so much pain he wouldn't be able to do anything with it. Or even, like you
Yeah.
say, hold a phone.
Yeah.
And
And
then he go.
they
Go ahead, Reverend.
complain about wasting taxpayer dollars, wasting resources. That ambulance could be on a call of somebody having a heart attack or a stroke. Instead, it's picking up a dude with a non-injury.
Right. Right. And you know what? And just for that, like you told me, oh yeah, he's gonna get charged for that. If he doesn't have insurance, he's gonna get charged for it. He'll get an ambulance
Oh,
bill
and they're
and
expensive.
an X-ray, so is X-rays.
Yeah.
X-rays
Oh,
are
trust
really
me, I
expensive.
know. I
Oh,
get
I know too. I know very well.
I've been getting my the explanation of benefits and all that stuff about what's being charged and paid for. And I'm telling you, some of these tests, like a PET scan, costing $14,000. An
But
MRI
this fraud,
costing $9,000. An X-ray is at least $3,000 or $4,000.
and that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And this fraud here doesn't care. But yet, he doesn't
No.
care.
And
But
then
he
to
quick to say,
antagonize. Go ahead.
and then he's quick to say, well, yeah, you're just wasting government or taxpayers' money. But you literally wasted taxpayers' money.
He's wasting resources that could be used somewhere else. Like, there are people with real emergencies. Even if his hand was broken, he could get in his car and drive himself to the hospital. We've
Right.
all
He could
driven
use one hand.
one-handed. Yeah,
Right. Right. Actually I drive better with one hand.
right.
But
It's hard
when
for
the
me to
police
do the whole. Yeah, but I'm
yeah,
just
even
saying,
though when
like,
the police cover, I got to drive 10 and 2.
right. It's not like he broke his feet or, he hurt a hand and it's not even hurt. You could tell it's not hurt. He keeps holding his phone with it. Sorry, if you have broken bones, you can't hold anything. You can't.
Then what
It's impossible.
and then why the heck is he asking for order of protection? Like, don't you have to live with him?
That's what the cop
Oh,
said. Oh, but you know the law so well, but let me explain it to you, And then he antagonizes the police that are trying to help him.
all right, you literally have to live with them, and besides, they can't do that. A judge have to do that.
Right. It's not on the side of the road. Again, these are not things that are fought on the side of the road, like wanting a restraining order or what. But why do you need one? Do you plan on running into this guy again? I mean, what's in his head? I'm thinking he's thinking, I got to get all this stuff so I can have a lawsuit. I have to have an ambulance ride. I have to have x-rays, an injury, an order of protection because of lawsuit.
I'm surprised he ended his life when the EMT worker said, "Well, you can't film, you can't record back here." I'm surprised well, you know what? Because he knew he had to give his personal information. That's why. But then again, he just gave out his phone number.
He gave out his phone number. He doxed
And then
himself. It's not like
he doxed himself. Then he posted it. And then if he
they're
start getting
brilliant.
phone calls, who he gonna blame? He's gonna blame himself. He can't blame nobody else but himself.
Right. He's a brilliant man. They all are. They're so brilliant with that. Like you're the one that the police don't dox you. You're the one that puts it out in your video when you could have easily edited that part out.
Well, you know, they
Blackheart
probably,
Knight was nice enough to not show his information when he was getting it out of his wallet. Blackheart Knight blocked that, so he was nice enough to do that for him, but not everybody will. If he didn't do it himself, then there's a lot of people that have his driver's license number too.
right, because you know, fraudsters, they love to dox other people. But soon as they dox themselves, or they find out that somebody else, like this video, for instance, that Blackheart Knight fixed it, well, I'm gonna put a privacy strike in because he doxed me. No, brother, you doxed yourself. Blackheart Knight fixed it.
That's right.
On his end.
He was nice enough to do that. So not everybody would. Not everybody would care if you dox yourself.
And then I want to make a comment about Blackheart Knight. I think I put it on stage. He said, he used to be a referee for professional wrestling. He never broke a bone, but pretty sure he took a couple of shots in the back from a steel chair, or either got rammed into the turnbuckle like what they usually say in the wrestling world. But but he never had a broken bone.
Well, he knows how to referee then.
Well, sometimes the referee has to take it. Well, sometimes they call for the referee to have to take a bump, like be thrown over the top rope, or either get beat up by the wrestler, or either they call it the heel. So he probably took a few bumps.
All right, the next video we have is another frauditor who gets himself into a physical altercation with someone.
It seems like we somewhat have a theme here a little bit. Well, it seems like we have a theme here a little bit, but I'm not sure.
I don't know, because I don't think we have any other ones after this where the frauditor gets like hurt or anything, or pretends to get hurt.
See, he took a shot from a cookie sheet in a hardcore match. See, and cookie sheets are hard.
I know nothing about wrestling, so forgive me if I don't know the terminology that you use for that.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I've never been much of a I'm already sharing.
Oh, believe me, I understand.
I think I share. All right. Yeah. But so I've never really been into wrestling to know like anything that's like things in the ring are called, Yeah. It's exactly it, CyberX. That guy's just
right. It's
he's like the king dumbass of frauditors, though. He's where he wears the crown for being stupid.
Yeah, I don't think he lost it.
No, there's been nobody to challenge it enough.
Right.
Right, exactly, CyberX. Anybody could just be like, "Oh, look, there's his phone number." Duh. Why didn't you just take it down when you were out and around fraudity? I just don't understand.
Yeah, but they don't think they don't think. They always wonder how they get doxed. I'm like, fool, you doxed yourself.
Yeah. So if you're getting people calling you and saying mean stuff, think about that when you're putting out phone numbers of businesses. If you don't like it, then why in the hell would they?
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the NCR. I'm sure we all have NCR on our follow list or our sub list, because if you're not subbing to him or Blackheart Knight, I don't know what's wrong with you. I can't fix you. So this is a frauditor gets drop kicked. So let's see it. This is funny.
Look at this guy. Ooh, what? Middle finger. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
I'm gonna fucking
Oh
jail
yeah?
you, bitch ass. You wanna harass people? Get the
Oh yeah?
fuck out of here, you piece of shit.
Hold on, let me get those license plate numbers.
Well, it looks like El Dope Dog hasn't heard the phrase read the room, and it's something he really needs to read right now. That gentleman is not in the mood. He is not afraid of you. He's not afraid of your camera. He's saying he's not afraid to go to jail. He's willing to whip your ass to prove a point. And you're just egging him on. You know, you would like to de-escalate the situation here. But then again, looking at what you've been posting for the last few days, I can see a pattern here. Looking at his channel, he's been posting a lot of stuff at farmers markets and drive-thrus. Now, there's nothing wrong with going to a farmer's market and filming because there's a lot of neat things you can find there. Really good vegetables, some arts and crafts. So there's nothing really wrong with that. But these drive-through audits are designed for one purpose. They're designed to, agitate. They're designed to provoke a response. And seeing as he's now getting a response that he may want or may not want the unintentional consequences of coming with it, we can see what's going to happen next.
CSP 0.
Damn!
Where you going, buddy? Where you going?
Want another one?
What do you need? Get the fuck away from me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Shut up, motherfucker. Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now the cops are coming, you son of a bitch. The fuck is wrong with you?
We can ask you the exact same question. This is what happens when you play fuck around and find out. You were provoking him. He flips you off. He told you he's not afraid to whip your ass and go to jail. And here you are egging him on still. Instead of trying to de-escalate the situation, you keep provoking. What happens when you piss off a dog by poking at it enough and it's going to snap, it's going to bite you? This is the real life consequences that you wanted. You provoked the response, you now got kicked and knocked the fuck down to the ground. What more do you want?
CSP 0162. Motherfucker just fucking. What's up? What's up? What you got? That's it. That's it. You a stupid motherfucker. You're going to jail, motherfucker.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
What the fuck makes you think you can do that to people? I'm exercising my civil rights.
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks, because this is not him exercising his civil rights. It's him actually exercising his civil liberties. Now, there is a big distinction, but the main point is this. Since that man is not a government agent, he is not working for the government, he's not being instructed by the government to go up and knock El Dope Dog to the ground, this would be a civil or criminal matter. It wouldn't involve any violations of his civil liberties or his civil rights because he's not a government actor. Now, this would be falling under criminal statutes under the state of California, and it would possibly lead to a battery or an assault arrest, possibly harassment, possibly disorderly conduct. But what El Dope Dog is not understanding is that this man is not violating his constitutional liberties or his constitutional rights or his civil liberties or civil rights. This is a matter of El Dope Dog poking the bear one too many times and the bear swiped back.
What, you didn't break the law? You don't think you broke the law? Call the cops, you stupid son. Call the cops. Call the cops.
Don't give them that video.
You don't have to worry, buddy. They already called the cops, bro. You can wait here. Don't run from the scene of a crime. That's another law you're breaking.
Oh, blow it out your ass.
Holy shit, this crazy stupid motherfucker. You deserve. You should be in jail. You fucking punk. Who the fuck are you to fucking tell me what to do? I'm as old as your dad. You dumb fuck. You hit old people like that? The fuck's wrong with you? Well, I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are, that's for sure.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yeah, you stupid motherfucker. You're the dumbest fuckface ever. That's right, you better run.
What happened?
He just gets out of his car and kicks me, jump kicked me. All fucking crazy. For nothing, I don't know who that guy is.
Have you watched Chopper lately? Are you copying Mark Chopper Reed? You know, he always had this saying, never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn. And that's what you're doing. You're telling a good yarn here because you're leaving out crucial information, like the fact that he told you to leave him alone and you kept egging him on. You kept provoking him to the point where he actually stood up and knocked you down. Well, in your words, he drop kicked you. Well, seeing as he drop kicked you to the ground, perhaps this is a life lesson for you. Don't fuck with people when they tell you to leave them alone. Maybe you should have learned that in grade school, but maybe now you're learning the hard way.
Yeah, he's fucking stupid. Probably breaks the law, beats his girlfriend all the time. I don't know. You guys work for Taco Bell? Tell them to call the police. Yeah, good. So, I don't know, because the guy got out of his car and jump kicked me.
Okay.
And then he took off.
I'll get your suspect description. What do you look like?
And this is where the video ends. El Dope Dog cuts it off before we can find out if the cops are even going to go arrest this guy, if they're going to do anything about the situation. There's no updates in the video's description box. There's no comment from him. There's no short, no live stream, not even a community post. Clearly, this is what happens when you meet the wrong one on the right day. We have said this would happen to a frauder all the time. And now that we get to see it happen, it's quite hilarious, actually. You provoked a situation, you wanted a negative reaction, and you got it. You weren't hoping it happened to you, but you were hoping that you know, maybe you could pepper spray him or something. Instead, you got knocked down with a drop kick. So if you guys like this video, please like, share.
Wow.
That's NCR, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I have to say just a little criticism about NCR. He says, L Dope Dog, he doesn't see any updates or shorts or, the information in the inbox. Let me just say this. It's L Dope Dog. The dude is a complete idiot. He is not going to put any of that there. Do you really think he's dealing with LIA? LIA is a Rhodes Scholar compared to this dude.
I'm thinking nothing happened. I'm thinking they didn't do anything about it, and that's why he ended the video and there's no update. Because it's pretty embarrassing when you get drop kicked in a parking lot and the cops won't help you. It's like,
and then
you're antagonizing. What are you doing? There's this thing called causation. What did you do to him? It's.
And then, no, go ahead, Reverend. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, it's difficult for police to want to file these type of charges because they weren't there to see it themselves. They have to go based on one-sided video where he only shows them basically the drop kick, probably, not what he did before or after. So, I mean, it's hard for them to want to press charges on something like that. It's probably the prosecutor is going to decline to prosecute.
Right. And then you got to love the one lady that's crossed the way. That's assault. I'm like, lady, do you actually know what happened here
No,
for that to happen?
I'm sure not. I'm sure she's just one of those with Washington State, which is just like California and Oregon with, people and the police
Yeah.
and all of that. So, I'm thinking nothing happened, and that's why there's no update. And he cut the video right there. So he's embarrassed.
You
He doesn't
know,
want people to know that the cops didn't want to go chasing after that guy.
then he are you for Taco Bell? Can you ask them to call the police? No, if you want the police, you call the police. And
Stop
pretty sure
recording, dial 911, and get the police yourself.
right. And then again, this is El Dope Dog. He has been arrested so many times. The police probably know him when they see him. And pretty sure he probably instigated the whole thing anyway. That's because they probably not going to do much because they know he instigated.
Yeah.
I have seen so many of his videos when they just arrested him. Because one, he had warrant. I'm like, how do you go out fraudulently with warrants?
I don't know, but it's happened so many times. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to ask, are you stupid? Because it's pretty obvious that they don't think before they do things.
El
Think about
Dope Dog is
consequences because they don't do
right.
anything wrong. El Dope
I
Dog
mean,
is old. He's homeless. He shouldn't be out here doing this stuff because somebody beating him up could really do harm to him. He's not young.
But maybe he shouldn't be bothering people. See, the thing is though, like NCR said, you're gonna meet the wrong person on the right day. And is that so happy he did? Now he said he was drop kicked. I'm not sure about that. Maybe he was just pushed down or knocked down. Because if you was drop kicked, you would have felt that.
Oh, he looked like he flew pretty far, pretty hard. So I can't say if he was pushed or if he was, drug or, pushed down or kicked or anything. He didn't show it.
The dude
And that might
literally
be
said
another reason the cops don't want to prosecute us. Didn't see it.
See, even Black Hawk Knight know him. He said he has been trespassed from everywhere in his home. So now he got to bother people in Taco Bell's drive-through
In Washington, yeah.
in Washington. So that's when you. So I'm surprised he haven't been to dispensaries. I'm surprised he haven't been to the banks yet. But give him time though. This idiot, give him time.
And then we got another blast from the past coming up here that we haven't seen in a while. What am I doing? Oh, this
is it
unclean hands?
Unclean hands. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you all. So this is a video about Unclean Hands got a video on Last Days of Freedom, otherwise known as Jeremiah Payne. Another idiot along with his idiot wife.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from Jeremiah in a while. So
yeah, the last time I haven't seen Jeremiah since Jeremiah Payne. Heard anything from him when he actually complained. Said this. Remember, I think I was talking to either you or Heads about this when he gave a description of he was saying he was attacked by a huge, tall black guy with dreads. I'm like, wait a minute.
Of course, he was a black guy.
But the police could never find this black guy.
It doesn't exist.
Right. I'm like, don't you know how dangerous that is for anybody? I'm like, you could, they could go look for this person and arresting the wrong person.
Right. Well, if there was a big, tall black guy with dreads around the area, but he didn't do anything to Jeremiah Payne.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't come in contact with him or nothing, So then you just got somebody innocent in trouble.
And you know how much got him into. Did you know how much trouble he would be in? But then again, Jeremiah don't care.
He would just skip to another town. because that's what he's known for doing.
Yeah.
Whenever the police are on him or DCFS is on him or anybody's on them, they run. And that's what this video is
Right.
about, is that kind of situation. But
And
unfortunately,
the only person I
reintroduction
and the
to
only
Jeremiah
person
Payne.
and the only person I feel sorry for is that little girl. I mean,
Yeah.
she can't help it that she have two stupid parents. She can't help that.
No, but she's getting indoctrinated to this whole thing because you hear her in this video. I'm not going to tell what it is that she says, but anybody who's seen
Yeah.
the video already knows what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to go ahead and
Yeah.
play it.
Unclean hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Unclean hands.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Great to see you. Today we're going to take a look back on Jeremiah Payne, The Last Days of Freedom, all that good sort of thing. He's kind of changed his way over the last several months. He's not doing so many audits anymore because he's gotten in so damn much trouble doing it. He's afraid to. So now he's just a music producer. He'll pump out about an album every other day of rap music because, you know, he's an OG and he's from the hood and all this and all of that. Well, he's been telling stories about how he had to leave Clarksville, Tennessee, and move to Nashville because they were just harassing him so much. But that's not why he left. This video is going to show you why he left. CPS was on his ass. He was about to lose his meal ticket because that's the only way he was making money was using his daughter to get donations, offer to, you know, let you have phone calls with her and stuff for $20 or $300. And he let you have an all day or an overnight session on the phone with her, something like that, some nonsense like that. But finally, CPS caught up with him because he drug her around the streets begging for money. And this is what happened, folks. This is the video of what happened, why he really left Clarksville, Tennessee. Let's check it out.
I don't have your name. All I have is little girl. Because so the kids out here, I can't make you give me your name, dates of birth, or anything else. But now that
I know it's hard to hear. He's on the, they're on the street. There's music in the background and traffic noise. But this is a CPS lady, and she's talking to them about having the kids out on the street and stuff like that and putting them in dangerous situations. Now, Jeremy says that the only reason that they came and opened a case on him is because he told them he was filming. That's apparently why they opened a case on him, because he was filming them. It's total bullshit. We all know that. They opened a case on him because he's a horrible father and she's a horrible mother.
I mean, it's not where they know that you're walking over.
Be no different than her at the playground playing.
Whoever it is, it must be an employee first, because they know that y'all go over to the Taco Bell and use the restroom. You know, like somebody knows if we get a call today about somebody's watching. It's got to be like an employee. I don't know who it is, but it's somebody. Yeah, somebody talk about. Because you're able to tell me that you guys take back and trace at the Taco Bell.
I can do an open record for the recall. I'll get it. Well, that means I'll find out who called. She's saying that I'll find out who it was. If it's a business around here, I expose them.
It could be any. It could be. I mean, it could be somebody that has to come back. Like I've been down here. This is I came by yesterday. I didn't see y'all. My supervisor came down this morning. She didn't see y'all, but I just was leaving somewhere. And I'm like, oh, there they are. Because I was like, I'll just try one more time. If I don't see them, I'm closing the case. But y'all were standing here. I'm like, oh. So I went down and came, turned around, and I was like, yeah, there they are. The man, woman, and the little girl. Yeah.
But people would call CPS on people with a kid out here. But if that kid was at the playground running, getting hot, they wouldn't call and say a damn word. What's the difference? There ain't none.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a difference if you weren't using your kid to ask strangers for money on the street corner with your little cardboard sign. Yeah, he tries to justify everything he does to his kid by saying, "Well, what if I was at the playground? What if I was in the schoolyard?" It's all nonsense. It's just a straw man argument.
There ain't.
I agree with
There ain't no difference.
I agree
It's just
with you.
people want to waste resources
They are
and try to get somebody's kid taken away over bullshit.
Well, it's not enough for us to take nobody away. I just have to tell y'all, you know, for a long time. And if it wasn't every day we're getting a call from doctor for hours a day, I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's coming from Wingstop, Bank, Taco Bell. I don't know. Somebody, I mean, I'll be we'll get I don't know. Yeah. So, but how do I get this? Well, are you refusing to give me your phone number, name, and address?
This ain't don't get it. I mean, I gave you my address.
Did you? Yeah. Address? So are you refusing to give me your name?
I gave you my address when you first looked up. I wanted you to know that we had a place to live. I didn't want you to think that she was sleeping on the street.
So you have some place to live, you can talk to me. You have some place to live? Sure. Okay. You want to give me your name, state, and phone number?
You say no.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you the card.
I never had that happen.
I mean, I don't know who I'm talking to. So what am I going to do? I don't know who you are. So.
Okay, well, yeah, and like I said, the last
and you're
time,
not breaking the law. I know you have been out here all day because my supervisor came past here at 11:55 while I'm here.
No.
So you had to just stop here. To
We're never here long.
like 20 minutes ago, like you do it. No, we're not playing on time. I don't want to do it. That's out. Little on my children, obviously.
Yeah, but today is supposed to be pretty hot, so be careful.
Yes, ma'am.
The black is going to attack you.
I believe the complaint they got was that they were out there with a kid. It's over 100 degrees out. It's in Nashville, Tennessee in the middle of August. And yeah, they're dragging that kid around asking strangers for money. That's why the call was made. I don't know why this lady's being so easy on him. She's not going to force him to give him her name. I mean, what the hell? How are you watching out for the kid by just walking away from this, if that's what she does? We'll find out here in a minute.
You're better off up under, if he was over under the shade line pulled up or under a tree somewhere else, because of the heat. They are warning about.
I mean, she is right though. We got all black umbrella.
Staying
Every umbrella
hydrated.
black.
Staying hydrated.
Right.
For
Yes,
you, the dog.
I wouldn't tell her that.
Yeah.
Girl, we got more junk. More stuff in that good.
But that Pepsi and Mountain Dew.
I know.
Need water and
Gatorade
Gatorade in this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
I don't like water.
Yeah.
But in this kind of heat.
Oh yeah, we got 10 bottles of water in there. I make sure that I brought extra water for. And I need to have Powerade.
Well, so I'll get another call this afternoon. It's whoever's calling, there's got to be someplace. If they've been saying you've been out here for almost every day for a month, there's got to be an employee somewhere or somebody who comes past our lunch break or something. I don't know who. But I mean, I'm looking at all any of these places you see right here on this intersection.
So it could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
Like watching us.
It could be. It could be Waffle House, it could be Taco Bell, it could be Starbucks, it could be Camping Kettle Line.
Or somebody taking a lunch break.
But whoever it is, I'm thinking they must work somewhere because they said that you guys go to Taco Bell and take, you guys have seen one in Taco Bell to take after. So somebody, whoever it is, they've been watching. So after I came back here today, they called back again on I'm sorry. I think that's the Tuesday they called.
It sounds like she's trying to tell them they need to go where there's some shade, where the kid can get some shade instead of standing out in the blazing sun, which is what they've been doing. And there may be no legal basis to force them to give them her name. Maybe she hasn't seen anything illegal going on, just some unhealthy behavior. I'm not really sure, but I know they probably know who he is because I know at least 25 or 30 people have called in, told him who it was, and given his name and her name and the kid's name and everything else. And I don't understand why they won't do anything about this situation. As far as I know, they still haven't done anything about it, even in Nashville.
So we're probably gonna call it any day because they're out here. So. Okay. All right. You're welcome.
Not all of y'all are nice.
We should be. We're not people.
Look, we've had more.
Okay, don't tell us. He recording me.
Probably.
Are you recording me, sir? So
I record any government.
that's fine. I just appreciate it if you would tell me.
No, I don't gotta tell you. It's a free country.
I didn't say you had to. I said I would just appreciate it.
Oh.
That's all.
And that's where we get the title to his video. They wouldn't have opened a case on me if I hadn't said I was recording them, or something like that. That's what he said on the title. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You can record any government worker in their.
You can report me. That's fine. I haven't done anything wrong. So
I gave her.
I can give you my first name and number on the back of the card on it. That's fine. So,
but I gave her our address before in the very beginning.
You don't have to give me your names. I'm going to get it from Housing Authority at this point.
And if they release it, I'll sue them.
They have to give it to me.
No, they don't.
I'm a government employee.
No, they don't.
Okay, you'll see.
I know the law better than you.
Yeah, you were doing better when you were keeping your mouth shut. You obviously know absolutely nothing about the law.
Okay, that's fine.
If you're dismissed, you can go away. You're going to try to take our kid regardless of
Sir, if I was going to do that, I would be doing it right now.
Over my dead body, you would be.
Okay,
you're
when you
dismissed.
like to come and I'll
Sir,
make sure somebody.
Let's not do that because I'm being very nice. And you're not, and I don't know why.
Sitting there telling me I need to tell you that I'm recording you.
I said I would appreciate it. It's an appreciation that I would have. If I recorded you, would you appreciate knowing you're being recorded?
You're documenting everything she says.
I'm taking notes that you're only out here for
same difference. I'm taking notes.
You have coolers with drinks.
Same difference. I'm taking
she
notes.
She can see what I'm doing. She can appreciate that she see what I have.
Oh, well, thanks for posting it all over the screen here. So now that she saw I was recording, she's going to pursue the case. That's bullshit. Now that she saw that you were very unstable, she's going to pursue the case, you dumbass. You should have just kept your frickin' mouth shut.
I'm not sneaking to do it.
What?
You're being a Karen.
And as soon as he got this message from CPS, which I will read right now. Good afternoon, sir. We still need to finish a few tasks, which I believe are a home walkthrough and a private interview with Skylar. That's his daughter. As for the other question about other people, I understand your frustration with that. We respond to reports we receive. We don't go in investigating everyone because it's reasonable to be outside with your kids. We have a case with you because someone submitted a referral or referrals about your child, which is exactly what happened. And that's the moment he decided that he had to get out of there and move to Nashville because he just couldn't take the corruption. That's why he left, so he wouldn't get his kid taken away from him, and he wouldn't have any way to get his government check every month. That's exactly what happened, in my opinion. So suck it, you idiot, you dumbass, make-believe OG gangster. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. That's why he moved to Nashville. Every once in a while, he'll make a stupid video, but the music videos are unbearable to listen to. Trust me. You can go check him out if you want, but oh my God. Love ya. Bye.
You know, there's a lot of ways they could solve this problem. You know, I think couldn't the courts just ordered him not to leave Clarksville, and if he leaves Clarksville, he goes to jail.
You think he'd listen to that?
Oh, it'd be a warrant for his arrest. No, he may not listen to it, but you know, if he find out that he leaves Clarksville, they could arrest him by disobeying the judge's order.
Don't think he
He be held to
cares.
contempt.
Don't think he
And
cares.
then she don't want to give her name and address, just like the lady said, like the caseworker said, oh, I can get it from housing. And I'm thinking, well, if she on housing, why they on the street?
Right. They're not. I think she gave a fake address. That's why. Because she wouldn't answer her again once she asked for it said, you didn't give me the address, She wouldn't give it again. So I don't think that the address she gave was a proper address, because it's obvious they don't have a home. To me, anyway. Because I'm pretty sure you don't go begging around with your kid as, bait if you have a home.
David E. Person said, Mr. Thomas, the only way the judge would have the authority is if he had already been convicted or something, and then he can order him not to leave a certain area as a part of his probation. That's true, but
Or it was a bond condition. He was arrested for
right.
something.
So he's pretty sure he's doesn't have a bond. He ever done anything.
They didn't arrest him for anything. So yeah. But he wouldn't listen anyway. He doesn't care.
Of course.
He made it 100 times worse. I think that lady probably would have walked away if he didn't start mouthing off to her.
Right. If he just would have kept his trap shut, it would have been a problem.
Right.
See, they make, like you say, he make it worse for himself.
Yeah, don't go telling her the law better. She's dismissed everything. Because, dude.
Then he'll suit up for what? Well, I mean, how you gonna suit up for a lawyer? You can't even afford to get your wife and your child off the street and into a decent place to live. But you could get what, $400 some odd dollars for an attorney for a lawsuit, but you can't get your child and your wife into a decent place to live.
Where else is she gonna go at this point, Stephen? She's alienated all of her family. They don't have any friends. She probably thinks, like, what else am I gonna do?
He also said, okay, good point on the bond condition, but most CPS activity is civil, not criminal.
This is true, unless they find evidence of abuse, that they can arrest them for. But usually parents don't get arrested in these situations.
But let me ask you this: CPS want to interview Skylar by herself, just her. Yeah. Would you allow CPS interview your child by yourself?
It's not a matter of allowing it. It's not a matter of allowing it. If they want to interview your child, they're going to interview your child.
See, that's the whole thing. They want to do that, but he won't let them interview him only when
he won't.
He's around or he can report it.
Every time CPS gets close to them, they run. They jump jurisdictions. Because CPS is in every state, in every county, even, they aren't connected to each other. They can't look up this name and go, oh, they have a case over in Kentucky. We need to return them there. It's not a matter of that. There's no databases that are connected in between states or even counties. So that's why they get away with jumping jurisdictions like they do.
I mean, like Unclean Hands said, if it got to be, they keep leaving. It's also, I guess he getting money from the state or something. I'm like, well, is it a way to solve that problem? I'm like, pretty sure, they could, until we get what we want, we could cut this off until you answer our questions or until we can able to do this. Then once that's done, we will be instated.
To think that these people give a flying rat's ass what they're told to do. They don't care. They aren't ones that say, oh, somebody in authority told us to do this, we have to do it. They're not the type to think that way.
Of course, he said, I can't believe he compared the park to the streets. Of course, he's crazy. I'm like, you were literally on the side of the street, on the sidewalk in the hot sun, where asking total strangers for money. A park is actually safer. You have to worry about a car coming through a park
to use the bathroom. Yeah.
Right.
Anybody with a heart or anybody who cared would call and report this, because you're dragging around a child in 100-degree weather You don't care if she has shade, even though the mom is standing there, the troll is standing there with an umbrella covering herself. What's covering the kid?
Right.
Nothing.
He also said, I agree, Ray, with the national CPS database. It's in a national CPS with national authority to enforce court orders from anywhere. You know what? That would make sense.
It would, but there's no money. There's nobody that wants to spend the money on something like that.
Right.
You know, it's sad because it involves children, and there's other parents that treat their kids like this too. I mean, they use them as a meal ticket. It still disgusts me when he was telling people they get paid to talk to her on the phone. You're selling your own daughter. You know, how can you even
The talk that
you need a license to drive a car. You need a license to own a gun. You need a license to go fishing most of the time. But anybody can spit out a kid.
Exactly. I know, I hate to say this like this, but I know puppies take care of their kids better. You know, they do.
Yeah.
Dogs take care of their
Animals.
puppies better.
Yeah, animals
Yes.
take way better care. Yeah.
Especially little orange kitty cats that take care of their orange kittens.
David, one of the things I advocated for when I was a librarian and in public libraries was databases like this that protect children.
Right.
Right.
Something.
One of the thesis papers I wrote was about this actual thing, this actual subject. A lot of research, a lot of looking into why they don't and how underfunded CPS actually is in every county and every state. It's like everybody barks about caring about children, but nobody actually wants to get off their butts and do anything about it.
To do something. Right. They want to do, when it comes.
Yeah, it makes a good talking point in an election. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a talking point.
It's a talking point, but as soon as they get into office and get to doing their job, well, we just gonna put this on a back burner, and then we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Then when it comes 2-4 years later, with a time for re-election, remember what? No, you didn't do that. You made a promise and you didn't do it.
Well, that's just typical, though. It's typical BS. There's no lobby for
typical politician.
CPS.
Right.
They need a lobby, but there's no lobby for it because nobody's putting money into these children like they should. Look at how they defund schools and don't pay teachers enough. It's sickening to me because I would see when I first started out, I was in the children's librarian in a public library, and it sickened me how many kids that showed signs of abuse, and nobody would report. Nobody would, if they did, nothing happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's better to keep the child with the parent as much as possible. Well, come on now.
Yeah, we're good evening to Frauditor Sunday. Join us tomorrow for our Maybe Friend if you could.
She is on drugs, Stephen.
He said maybe we ought to start a letter writing campaign to our representatives
I would
to see
love
what
to
happens.
see that happen. I would. I would love nothing more than see kids more protected in our society than they are. You know.
Yeah, we should do that. Write letters to a call their office. Then writing the letters probably better. But when you try to call their office, you can't get them. You just get one of the staff up. You just get because that's all you're gonna talk to is the staff.
In a form letter, thanks for calling in. You know, it's that they send to everyone with a rubber stamp signature on it. You know, it's sickening.
Cyberette say when my son had an accident, it was at the hospital. The staff called CPS. It's their policy,
they're mandatory reporters.
No problem.
Yeah, they're mandatory reporters. Just like I was a mandatory reporter, so were store teachers, doctors, nurses. Are mandated. You have to report what you see.
You have to report, right?
And I always did. When there was obvious signs of abuse, I called because I have to. I'm going to protect the child. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I'd rather be wrong than not do
Right.
anything and have something happen to that child.
I would rather be wrong. Like you said, I'd rather be wrong,
Yeah.
have egg on my face just to make sure that child is okay.
Right. I hope I'm wrong. Please let me
Yeah.
be wrong.
100%. That's what I was 100%. Please let me be wrong. I would rather be wrong.
Yeah.
I would rather be wrong, but it's a child, and
Yeah.
children can't defend themselves, especially
No.
from really abusive parents.
They need adults they can trust that are going to protect them. Protect the
Exactly.
children. That was the first line in my library, and every library I worked in, was protect the children.
Right.
So that's a
So
sad
what's the
situation. I
next one?
hate that
Oh, I'm
these two
sorry.
are parents. I hate that these two are parents. I really do. The child needs to be completely taken away from them. But that's my opinion.
And she doesn't. She's not even in school, is she? I don't think she's in
I don't
school, is
think
she?
so. That should be
So
a
she don't even
huge
know what
red
it's like.
flag.
So in other words, she don't even know what it's like to be around other children.
No. They move around too much
That's
to
confusing.
enroll her anywhere. I mean, it's a huge red flag. It should be a huge, giant, like, hey, what's going on here? Explain to me how you homeschool her when you don't have a home. She doesn't
Right,
have a
because here
proper
in
bed. She doesn't have proper clothing or food, nutrition, doctor visits, dental visits, eye visits. Is she vaccinated? I mean, there's so many things that this child is not getting.
I mean, because remember the days if your child wasn't in school for a certain amount of days, you gotta knock it. Well, I would say knock at your door, but they don't
Phone calls.
have a door. Phone, and that's another thing. If they so much on the street, how he have so much internet service or
They go somewhere
able to
with free
keep his phone
internet. If you walk close
or go
enough to
so?
a McDonald's, you can get their internet.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but it have to they phone have to run out of battery juice sometimes.
This lady said they were going in and out of Taco Bell, so they're probably charging their stuff in there. I don't know. It's not my worry. I don't care about his freaking phone. I
Right.
care about the child.
He said if their daughter's not registered in school, that's the grounds for having the child removed in the wildest state, or at least for supervisory
Yeah.
action.
But they jump jurisdictions and they avoid it. That's what they do. They run. Anytime CPS gets close to them, they run. And that's what they did here. That's why they moved to Nashville. So
Yeah,
and
because
they'll
they
move
moved from
again.
Nashville
Yeah.
to
And then
Clarksville to
they'll move
someplace in
again.
Kentucky.
Yeah. They keep moving around so they don't get caught. They don't have to do the investigations. They don't have to have the child talked to.
But it's gonna come to a point when all this running gonna run out. They're gonna wind up getting
Yeah.
caught. They
Let's
can't
hope.
keep running. It's
Let's hope.
they can't run forever.
All right.
So yeah, we got
Let's move
First
on.
Amendment
It's something
shenanigans up.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
So this guy there's an arrest in this one, and that's always satisfying, right?
right. I
To
know we
me.
love to see people get arrested,
Yeah.
and we know First Amendment shenanigans love to. I like his snarky comments.
I do too. He's very snarky. I love it. The sarcasm is real with this one. So let's see what he's got.
They did it wrong, man. Yeah, you did. You don't listen to what you're told to do. I've done nothing wrong. De-escalate. Brother.
This is Michelle.
What if I put the gun away? Chill out, eh?
Well, that settles it. Everybody grab a broom. It's shenanigans.
Did I say you're not the test man? This is my last one.
Oh, what a guy, bro. I ain't even. Yo, hold on. Are you serious, bro?
Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is First Amendment Shenanigans. Before we get into today's video, I just want to remind everyone it is Memorial Day weekend. And though everyone says Happy Memorial Day, we don't really celebrate Memorial Day. We're supposed to honor it. We're grateful for the people who lost their lives sacrificing for our country, their courage, their service, and the freedoms that they fought so hard to protect. So thank you, and I hope everyone has a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. As far as the video today, we're going to check out Carolina Fort Worth's channel because she so nicely posted a video entitled Hillbilly Cop Arrests Man for Cussing on His Own Property. Cops caught on video. Now that sounds kind of shocking, but when we actually watch the video, we realize the guy who gets arrested isn't even involved in the traffic stop itself. No, he's just an idiot who can't keep his mouth shut. Now, he provides the driver with some very terrible advice and eventually gets himself arrested. Let's take a look.
These hillbilly cops in Gaffney, South Carolina are on power trips, especially the female. It begins with window tint on a vehicle that's parked in somebody's front yard. First 2 units are there, then 2 more, and then detectives, and it's obvious they were called in. And it's also obvious that these police are earning the hate because the people here feel like they are treated like criminals rather than citizens.
Yeah, blow me.
What's the problem? Man, go ahead with that mess, man.
It's some bullshit, bro.
Man, this car is parked anyway. He's not even driving.
Bro, I just came from the store. Bro, still hot behind me.
Let me ask you a question. Are you part of this traffic stop? Are you in the car?
No, this is my house, though.
Okay, well then you can step back.
I can step back 10 feet just like the law says. There you go. That's enough space right there.
But you're not going to interfere with this officer in his stop.
I'm not interfering with nothing.
You are. You walked up on the stop.
Man, I'm on my property. Exactly.
Hey, Carolina, thank you for the video, but I have to just stop it here and remind you how stupid you are. The car was not parked. He just said he was at the store and the police officer followed him. See, we're not playing hide and go seek here. Just because you made it to base doesn't mean that you're safe from the police. And as far as the father yelling, this is bullshit, and you saying the cops are earning the hate, they're following the law. The police officer clearly is going to explain to you why tint is illegal in this state. And if you don't like it, you can go to another state. And hey, you don't have to actually tint your windows. You do have that option.
Some damn bullshit. Talking about the damn tint. Much everybody got tint on this.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not even doing nothing wrong, bro.
Okay, so here's
Tint. This shit ridiculous, yo. Shit not.
Whether you believe it's wrong or not, it's illegal. You see what I'm saying?
So if he bought the car like that, that's still illegal.
It's still illegal. It don't matter.
But he bought the car like that.
It doesn't matter.
People still sell drugs and it's illegal. You see what I'm saying? People are still gonna sell illegal tint. It's illegal.
That shit bullshit, yo.
This is how it is, man.
That shit straight bullshit. That shit straight bullshit.
Like, I pulled up to the crib, like, bro, like, I'm not even doing it wrong. I can get that shit all fixed and changed.
I understand. That's the question. Were you traveling on the roadway?
Yes, I was just coming back from the store.
That's fine. You're operating the vehicle on the roadway.
So I have a question.
Tinted tail lights, tinted windows.
How can you tell the shit tinted is illegal when he's just not pulling it out? He's just not pulling it out.
I can tell you right now.
You can tell that the tail lights are tinted, yeah. You can tell that the windows are tinted too.
I can tell you from our experience in this career, this is going to come back illegal, I promise you.
It's some bullshit to me.
Once again, you can keep calling this bullshit as much as you want, but they are following the law. You are not. I don't know if this is your son or not, but this is an excellent time to maybe teach him a good lesson. I don't know if you people are First Amendment auditors. I don't know if you're a sovereign citizen or whatever, or you just don't like the police. Teach your son to respect the police. Don't allow him to put illegal tint on his car because you know it's going to attract the attention of the police. It's that simple. And I never understood the need for tint. Like, why do you need to black out your windows? What are you possibly doing in there that is so secretive? And if you want to attract the attention of the police, go and tint your windows because it's an easy way to get their attention. It just makes you look like you're doing something shady.
The tint in South Carolina is the equivalent to a fishbowl.
Fishbowl.
You ever looked at a fishbowl?
Yeah, like my car, a fishbowl.
You can see right in it, right?
You can see me.
You can see right in that too.
No, you can't. Not to the equivalent of a fishbowl, my friend. It's illegal.
But y'all allowed to have tint and computers and everything in front of y'all car, in front of y'all when y'all driving though.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich. My windows are tinted because I have a canine. Okay, so by federal law, that is mandated.
That's bullshit still.
Okay.
All that shit's still bullshit.
The back windows can be as dark as he wants them to be, but the front windows cannot in South Carolina.
That shit's
If
still
you don't
bullshit.
like it, then move to North Carolina, buddy. I mean, I don't know.
That's still bullshit.
The window was down, so you could see who was in the car.
So is it illegal? Is the tent illegal?
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna say that. You ain't gonna show nobody.
He said, of course you're going to say it, but you ain't going to show it.
Would you like to come up here and look at it when I put the 10 meter on it?
Yeah, that would be nice. Because to me, it's some bullshit.
So legal tent in the state of South Carolina is 27%.
27.
Yes, sir. What's that say?
17.
Exactly. So it's illegal.
So why they sell 50% at the store then? Out here.
To make money. Why do drug dealers sell drugs? To make
What do drugs got to do anything with tent?
It's got everything to do with whether it's illegal or not. People are going to make their money somehow.
But
right?
that's two totally different things.
It's
Drugs and tent is two totally different
still the
things.
same concept, right?
Nah, they're not.
Are
Drugs,
okay, let me ask
drugs
you
are
this.
different.
Are
Drugs
drugs
are different.
illegal? Yes or no?
Yeah, drugs are legal.
Okay.
Hey, yo, bro, this shit
But people are still going to sell it. Okay? 5% tent. Anything below 27% in South Carolina is illegal. They're still going to sell it. Whether it's
I still think it's bullshit, though.
Though I do agree with the gentleman, stores should not be able to sell it if it's illegal. I do agree to that. But you as the consumer also have the responsibility to understand what you are legally allowed to own and not own. Just because you think it's bullshit does not mean you're not getting a ticket. The best thing to do in this situation, take your ticket, try to fight it in court, and show the judge that you've removed the tint. Maybe that'll save you some money. Crying about it is not going to help.
Because, like, honestly, I just want to be able to go back home. I won't even drive this shit home no more. You feel me? Like
to me, it's bullshit. Because all this time, now it's the tent. Man, we already know what y'all motherfuckers doing, so.
Do you?
Yeah, I know what y'all doing. Y'all crooked out here, man. Like, the fuck. Nah, fuck. Nah.
You know, your buddy's trying to make this as smooth as possible, but you over here running your mouth and making it worse.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, you inserted yourself in a situation.
Man, bullshit. Power trips. That's what it is. This gassy police for y'all.
This officer was kind enough to still show you the tent, show you it was illegal.
That shit, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
Like, come on, man.
Still ain't nothing.
I'm working on some things, and I'm trying to get things straight in order, man. I promise you, if you give me a ticket, I'll take care of this shit. Come on, I need y'all to work. I really need y'all to work with you. Because I'm trying to get everything in order, everything right for all the like, this shit is not easy. Y'all just write you a little ticket or something like that.
Everything that happens here is up to Officer Nathan. Because he's the one that initiated this type of situation.
Yes.
So whatever he does is all on him, as far as everything goes.
Now, I do firmly believe that actions do have consequences, and I don't fault the driver for asking for a little leniency. So far, he's providing all the information, he's remaining calm, he's working with the police officers. The problem is the guy holding the camera, because he's ultimately going to escalate this situation and get himself in trouble.
I mean, I'm assuming you don't.
Yo, I swear, police worry about the wrong shit, yo. The wrong shit. Y'all worry about the wrong shit. This out here shooting motherfuckers, and y'all out here worrying about goddamn tent. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good. This is the perfect example of the disconnect between citizens and police. The man receiving the ticket is asking for mercy, but more than likely he will never get it. It seems like maybe this area of Gaffey is probably over-policed, since 2 units showed up just for an illegal window tint. Whereas police view heavy enforcement as crime prevention, deterrence, and proactive policing, residents view the over-policing as harassment, racial bias, and unnecessary criminalization. And as you can see, people respond more positively to policing that they see as legitimate than policing that they see as forceful.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Okay, so I'm just got to stop you right there. You claim that multiple officers are showing up unnecessarily. You didn't show it in the video. Maybe he didn't show it. They obviously asked for a supervisor to show up on scene. This officer would never have called this other officer unless prompted to, because you think this is quote unquote bullshit of a stop. So him being the professional, he called his supervisor. So far, both of these officers have been very kind to the driver. They've explained everything to him. They have not been overly aggressive. He admits that he was driving around with this illegal tint. So there is no disconnect. Just because you don't like law enforcement, just because you think that you and your buddies are above the law, you and your dirtbag frauditor pals that just hate the police, normal people like me and my subscribers want to live in the world where we actually police the roads and we don't allow people to just do what they want to do.
This shit is crazy, man. I literally just made me some chicken salads and some chips and drink. That's all I did, man.
So my question is, so do y'all stop everybody with tint on your cars? You might as well.
No, it was like
You might as well. You might as well stop every car out here with tint then and check their tint.
When people aren't committing crimes, yes, we do stop cars. If they're doing something illegal, they get stopped.
I wasn't doing nothing illegal, but just...
I understand you don't feel that way, right?
But by the law, your tent is illegal, even though it's your personal property. How is that illegal?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Ah, finally, we've crossed over the line to sovereign citizen land. Dummy, just because it's your personal possession does not mean you can own it without any consequences. Like, I could go down the street right now to downtown, maybe buy some crack. It's my personal possession. How are the police allowed to take it from me? Also, I could probably find a Uzi somewhere, a fully automatic firearm if I wanted to. Too bad it's illegal in my state, and just because it's my personal possession does not mean the government can't take it away from me. Do you even think when you talk? I mean, maybe shut your mouth for 2 seconds and you might actually learn something.
And we're out here dealing with this because he wanted to insert himself in the situation, and now it's taking all of our time.
Actually, he's running whatever information he's running. Y'all talking. I'm saying whatever I'm saying. I ain't interfering with nothing. I can speak.
Nobody told you you couldn't, Bella.
I still think it's some bullshit. You might as well stop every car out here that got 10 on their car. If it's like that.
I ain't even eat nothing yet today, bro. Like, this shit crazy, bro. I just been working out and everything. Like,
Might as well stop every car out here that got 10.
he didn't even turn his blue lights on until I was parked. So how was that even?
That's an illegal stop.
That's what I'm saying.
That's an illegal stop. That's an illegal stop.
He could have put his blue lights on.
That's the illegal stop then.
Well, this is a new one I've never heard before. So they think it's an illegal stop because the officer didn't put his blue lights on quick enough? Is that what I'm understanding? I tried to look it up, and there's no clear answer here when the officer must put his blue lights on. Some states differ, some departments differ. I'm going to assume that he followed the department's regulations when pulling someone over. So you can keep crying and complaining about it. It's not going to change the fact that you have a legal tint on your car and you're about to get a ticket.
I can't speak for what happened because I wasn't there.
Like, I'm just sitting here like, come on, man. I'm going through
That's an illegal stop right there.
I'm going through too much already, and I don't believe this homie right now, man. Do you believe this, bro?
It's some bullshit. Yeah, I know it's bullshit. You know it's bullshit. They know it's bullshit. They just don't want to admit it. That's all. They know it's bullshit. It's personal property.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are a fucking idiot.
It's personal property. What does it matter if you don't see my car? You already can't look at my car without a warrant.
Wrong. Now, this is just a little warning for anyone who would possibly listen to this guy or the person who is actively being pulled over. Do not listen to your friend. He does not know what he is talking about. Police can look into your car, and that's one of the main reasons why they don't want the front windows tinted, because they're allowed to look in, see what a driver is doing before they pull you over. And anything they can see through those windows, they are allowed to investigate and arrest you for. It's part of the plain view doctrine, not the plain view doctrine that most First Amendment auditors cite, that gives them the right to look into people's windows, because that's not correct. This only applies to law enforcement.
kind of shit is that? That shit retarded as hell. Like,
Bro, can you work with me? The insurance for the car? My mom has the insurance.
she at work right now. She is not going to send that. She is at work. Maybe the other sucker ass nigga right there.
All the processes, like I'm already parked at the house. He didn't even turn the blues on until I was parked, and the car was off.
It's about the tent, Ma. It's about tent.
Bro.
Nah, she need to know. Yeah, a lot of cars for a tent.
What is going on?
It's a lot of cars for tent. That's crazy. I swear you asked you like about 4 times already.
I have nothing in my car. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do nothing wrong.
So, really though, all this for a tent, bro. Y'all crazy, y'all wild out here. Y'all is wild out here.
You gonna go to jail?
How am I going to jail for speaking?
If you cuss in public one more
in public? Are you,
yes, sir.
Man, you hear this? Cussing in public.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's freedom of speech, Brody.
It's called breach of peace.
Breach of peace. I'm on my property. I'm on my property.
If they can hear you in the public,
ain't nobody out here. Ain't nobody out here.
He's calm and collective. I don't understand.
I'm calm. This is me calm. Trust and believe. I'm calm.
Okay.
This is me being calm. Well, I don't understand this goddamn 2, 4, 6, 7 cops out here for 10.
Didn't I say you're not cussing in? This is my last one.
What a guy, bro. I ain't even. Yo, hold on. Are you serious, bro?
Oh, it's so amazing when the police give you so many chances to shut up, not get yourself in trouble, and you just can't help yourself. And now this moron gets to take the ride and gets an arrest for what? Screaming and yelling in public, cursing up a storm over a traffic stop that isn't even yours. I don't know what was going on with this stop. There was obviously something more going on here than just a simple tint. He must have had a warrant or something else going on, because there is no reason for 8 officers to show up for a simple tint ticket. Now, we're never going to know what was actually going on here unless they post a follow-up video, and I'll definitely look for it, but I wouldn't hold your breath on it. But all we do know is the cameraman is going to take a nice ride, get a nice night in jail, and maybe think about his life a little bit. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If
You know, that's what I was typing in the chat. So I'm like, what did I say? The lower your, what did I say? The lower the percentage is on your tent, the more illegal that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was at 47%. I'm like, yeah, that's too dark. I'm like,
You know what else is though that's illegal in most states is license plate covers, but you see them everywhere. So
right.
It's up to you to know if it's illegal or not.
Right. See, that's the thing is though like Shenanigans said, he asked a good question. Well, if it's illegal, why do they sell them in stores? That's a really good question. Why do they sell them in stores? That's
Because
for
they're
me.
allowed to.
For me, I look at it like this: if you go somewhere and get your tent done legally, they will tell you, the legal percentage, so you won't get stopped. But no, they want to go buy it where you can put it, because it's cheaper to put the tent on yourself. See, I'm not taking that type of because one, I don't know how to put on tent. So I pay somebody else to do that.
It's up to you as the consumer of such things to know what the laws are. It's not up to the store to tell you, hey,
right,
this is illegal. It's not up to anywhere to tell you that. Like, they can inform you, but it's still going to be the person's choice if they want to buy it or not.
Right, because when I went and got my tent done, I said I don't want dark tint. And I say my truck already came, the back end is already tinted. They said, well, that's legal. I said, well, I just want the 2 passenger side, the driver side and the passenger side tint. I said I want the legal tint, because I don't want to be stopped by the police. I want them to be able to see through it because I don't want to pay to get this taken off. So they gave me the legal tint, and I have yet to have a problem. But the thing is that you cannot have some of these people like they have their front windshield tinted, which that's a problem. You can't have your front windshield tinted.
Yeah. But stores are still going to sell things that they know are illegal. It's up to you to decide if you want to buy that or not. You go in any auto parts store, they're going to have tint that's too dark. They're going to have license plate covers that are too dark. They're going to have all that stuff. So it's up to you to know what the laws
What the
are.
laws are in your state is, right?
Right. So everywhere I lived, you can have the back windows as dark as you wanted, but not the front or the windshield.
Right. And then can I point out something else? So this is another video, Carolina Fort Worth. I understand, fraud shenanigans. He transformed the video. But do you really think that Carolina transformed this video?
She talked only a few times, so
that's probably about it.
I
well,
mean, I don't
she
know
talked
if they
over it a
would
few
even.
times. Well, she talked over it a
Somebody's
few
on your
times. So
side. Yeah, if somebody's on your side, they're not going to copyright you. It's people that are oppositional to you that they want to copyright. So
right, I'm like, cause look, we cover Black Heart Night video tonight. We cover
he's never
NCR.
gonna.
They both said,
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
never gonna. Yeah, shenanigans
yeah, they're
would
not gonna call.
never. Unclean hands would never, because we're not like that. It's like, go ahead,
Right.
get it out there.
I mean, right,
But they don't
Radical
look at
wouldn't,
it that way. Yeah.
and I know Mr. Vilified wouldn't do it either. So
No, never. I would be shocked. I'd be like, what happened? Did he have a stroke? Because that's not him. I've never been copywritten by anybody that we've used videos for, except for one. But I won't name that name. I won't,
right,
because
because I've heard Vilified Freedom say, well, if you want to use my videos, you want to go right on ahead. I have no problem with it.
Exactly. Because why not? Why wouldn't you want your videos shared to more people that might not have seen it or might not know who you
Right.
are? I know we don't have a big audience. That's fine with me.
Right.
I like our crowd. I like, everybody here. But other people are way popular, and they'll get them out there if somebody hasn't heard of them,
Right. And excuse me. And like we covered the video from Arrested Nation last week. I'm like, this video had very low views. I'm like, please subscribe to Arrested Nation. I mean, he puts out a lot of good videos. He put out a lot of good, anti-racist videos.
Tomorrow we're gonna play one of his videos and get him out there again. So yeah.
Right.
Fine. All right, we got one more video for you guys. This is our throwback video from Tones Overthinks It. So
yeah, I believe y'all don't like this video because pretty sure I know we all have seen it, but sometimes it's good to go back and rewatch it. So that's
refresh your
why I've
memory,
got to say that.
and tell them how much we miss him doing videos. So
I know Tone
see, doesn't even care that they take his videos that he's already edited and make fun of him. He's like, you could care less, because why should it bother you? You put the video out there for everybody to see and do what they want. You got to have a thick skin. It's like, just grow a thick skin. You're a frauditor. You should know what being insulted is about.
Right. Then again, if you don't, then you wind up being a DMA.
I still want to know what he's been saying about the lawsuit, like what he's putting out about it. I'm really curious if somebody's going to do a video on that.
Well, Harris played Fraud of the Troll video yesterday, and what happened was the judge ordered them just to pay like each other damage.
I know what happened. I want to know what he's saying happened, because it's going to be different than what the judge ordered.
Oh yeah, they're gonna say something completely opposite.
Yeah, he is, because they have to spin it as they won somehow when all he had to do was pay his own legal fees. It's like, that's not a
Right.
win. That's like you lost, dude, because how are you going to pay for that? How are you paying for that?
Right, because Frauditor Troll didn't win either.
No, he had to pay his own legal
Troll,
fees.
nobody won. Right,
Right.
nobody won.
It was
And
a
then
draw. You each go your own way. You pay your own attorneys, and you leave each other alone. Basically, is what it is.
because he literally brought up the term again, he wanted to change case law. I say, dude, you already batting O. You already got a huge goose egg in that column. You just added another one.
Well, it
So
would have
why
helped
are
if
you
he
trying to do
copied
that?
if he did the copyright on the videos way before he filed the suit, not after. That would have helped a big deal for him. But he's stupid, so
Well, it also didn't help him when Frauditor Troll pulled the evidence and said that DMA gave him permission to use the
yeah.
video.
Oh, he hasn't said anything. Oh, that speaks volumes itself,
But yeah, but getting back to what you said about tones, but yeah, when somebody getting ready, starting a family life and getting ready to have a significant other, getting ready to have a wife, of course you're gonna want to spend more time with them. But we still miss him though. But
Still
I'm
miss him.
just, long as he happy, that's all that
I'm
matters.
happy for him. I'm happy he's got, a wife now and, has an existence outside of this. It gets hard doing this, watching these videos. If you guys that sit and edit these videos down and add your commentary, I just don't know how you do that every day, because I would be
Exactly.
bald with my hair out.
I don't. That's why I don't see how Blackheart Knight do it. I don't see how any of them do it. NCR, Maggie. I don't see how they all
I
do
don't.
this. I'm like, I been lost a little bit of hair I had on my head just
Yeah,
for doing this.
it's
That's why I
tough.
just rather cover.
Cyberrex, on this front, on the letter to probation, I have been writing to that judge on a weekly basis, talking about why he should not get released early from his probation.
The judge
So I'm
probably said,
like
"This lady again."
single-handedly like spamming this judge about how he should not, you shouldn't let that happen, and here's why. Links to videos, links to live streams, links to how he has not learned his damn lesson. So,
Of course, we know he
yeah.
has it.
What?
Of course, a frauditor is almost like they touch the hot stove, they know that it's hot, but they say, you know what? Let me go back and touch it again.
Yeah.
They still haven't learned their lesson.
But
You
that
see what I'm
letter
getting
was
at?
just so like fluff, like I'm such a good person. I've learned, I've grown, but no, you have not. Stop your lying.
Okay. He just wanted to get the
I'm gonna,
probation off so he can go back out. I think part of the probation is that he can't
he can't
do
go
this
out for
frauditing or
auditing.
something.
No. That's why he hasn't, because
Dude, it got to be other ways that if you want to stand the First Amendment auditing community, why don't there's plenty of ways to do that without going out there and bother people. I
not in
mean,
his mind. Not in his
it's what's the lady say? You got, so creative. Be creative.
mind. He was an electrician. I don't know why he wouldn't go back to that, because the trades are in
Okay.
demand right now. All the trades,
You know,
all of them.
did you know you know how much money they make? How much money
Yeah, I
it is
do.
in that field?
I do.
I would do
I knew a
that
person.
than be the First Amendment frauditor.
Yeah, I knew a person who went to school through IBEW in Illinois, and they paid him to go to school, and then he fell right into a job after. And now my nephew's going to be doing the same thing. He's going to take the test in September to be an electrician.
See,
So
going out to make big money. I'm like,
yeah, the trades are where it is right now. If you don't want to go to college and
right,
waste your money, the trades are where it is. So
right,
I don't know why he
right,
doesn't get back into that.
right. Everybody don't have to go to college. I'm like, yeah, go to trade
No.
school, do something.
Dude, I went to college
But
for
yeah,
6 years, and it was a wasted effort in the long run. So
I just went for 2. I just went for 2. And I'm like, yeah, it's not for me.
Oh, I'll tell him,
But yeah,
Steven, thank you. He'll like that. He'll like that a lot because he's a nervous test taker. So he's even starting to study real early for it. And that's not like him at all. So this means a lot to him. So I'll tell him that'll mean a lot to him. Thank you. Thank you very much. He's only 21, so he wasn't sure what he wanted to do for a while after high school. So he got himself a really good job, but he wants a career. And this is how
yeah.
he sees that happening. So we're real proud of him. And hoping to get back to see him in between chemo breaks and stuff,
You will. You're gonna be able to. You're gonna see him for
Yeah.
a long time, right?
I'm hoping to get back this summer and see him though before he gets real busy. 'Cause I love that kid more than anything in this world. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, our last video is the Tones Over Thinks It throwback video that I know everybody's going to thoroughly enjoy. So let's do it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tones Overthinks It, the show where I think too much to make up for the people who don't think at all. So we'll be taking a look at yet another First Amendment auditor who plays the stupid game and wins the stupid prize.
How's it going? Yeah, I would say this is a violation of the First Amendment. Please refrain from the use of cell phone while conducting business at the service window. I think everyone has the right to film their business.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
So can we have these removed? Yeah, can we have these removed? You want to take them off? I'd rather not do your job, but could you remove them?
So you waltz into a police station, you find out that you're breaking the rules, and instead of, following those rules, you demand they stop having those rules and that they remove the signs simply because you don't agree with them? I normally don't like to come out swinging, but screw it. Who the hell are you? Seriously, what authority do you have to dictate if that sign is lawful or not? Who are you to dictate whether or not they should remove it? I'm dead serious. I'm not just asking this idiot, I'm asking all frauditors in general. In the grand scheme of the universe, who are you that is so important that you could just randomly walk in and suddenly tell people what to do?
So Joe's just letting the officer know that there's unconstitutional signs here.
Yeah, they can't request
use of cell phones. He's not in proper uniform, so I'm wondering if he's on duty. I don't think the Worcester PD issues.
Hurley? Was it Hurley?
Oh, and by the way, in case you haven't noticed, the only surviving copy of this video was a Bandicam recording done by one of these moron supporters. A very bad one, I might add. Between cropping out the watermarks they were too cheap to remove, the speed changes, and later correcting for the camera's position, the amount of work needed to be done just to show their footage is a nightmare. Just ask my editing crew.
We're trying to talk to somebody on it wrong, but I don't think that's department issue. I mean, it could be. I know we're low on budget. Oh, no.
That's not me playing with the playback speed. I don't know I think that's part of the video. So
Yeah, that he just said that's them. That's whoever,
okay.
on the other
Just so
end. That's why
everybody was clear, like I'm not speeding it up, slowing it down, or doing any of that. So
that's why he said just ask my editing crew. Because he had to go back and try to fix their video.
yeah. Well, that's what happens a lot of the time. The way they record is the people that are editing on our side of the fence always end up having to fix their issues.
Yeah.
Because they're
You go back.
crazy.
You go back and watch the original video, then you watch the like Tones, talk what he said. The video actually is better when they fixed, the frauditor's video.
Yeah. But I just wanted to, in case anybody didn't hear, I just wanted you to know I'm not messing with it. I wouldn't mess with it unless you guys wanted me to.
Oh, no. Just right away and catching all. They're watching a football game.
Seriously? That's what you're all about? That the cops are watching TV on their break? You're a bunch of unemployed losers who probably sit around doing nothing more in a day than they do in a week.
But this is the service division. Maybe this isn't where they answer 911 calls. It might be. Yeah, so I don't want to be, presumptuous.
Your First Amendment auditors being presumptuous.
Is that AFA?
Yeah, that's AFA.
Okay.
You can
so I'm like, wait,
recognize that?
I recognize the voice, but he was a lot thinner here than he is now. So that's why I'm like, wait. I recognize the voice,
Now,
but
yeah, that's AFA. Now the other dude, I know who he is. I just can't remember his name.
yeah, I don't think they're
But
relevant anymore.
no, he's not relevant. But he has a big mouth
Yep.
because he's always screaming.
Yeah.
As well as being arrogant pricks, is kind of your thing.
I could be wrong.
It's my flag, this is the business we've chosen. So it's, you can probably use it.
Oh, look at that sign. Do not touch. Okay? Well, if it's their Fourth Amendment rights, they'll make sure that it's. I wonder if I had a sign on my car that said "Do not touch" and they were going to search.
Yeah, there's already a group of people who put do not touch and no trespassing signs on their cars, thinking magically that prevents cops from searching them. They're called sovereign citizens. And spoiler alert, it never works.
You warn them, you warn them, yes, if you put a sign in your car that says, do not touch my vehicle, when they touch your vehicle, then they have violated your rights after the morning.
Listen, if they pull you over and they even lean on your car.
That's right. That's why it's search is easier.
And I base that on absolutely nothing.
This is a wall sheet, this is the biggest poster.
Oh, wow. Those are all level 3.
Oh my God. Holy banana hammock.
With the way things have been, it's nice to see people get out more often and try to make social connections, look up people that have common interests.
This is the biggest wall of shame I've ever seen. And guys, please enjoy the Worcester Police calendar. I'm just kidding.
Here it is. How about this? Here's a little fact for you about Worcester. The top 200 incomes in Worcester are police officers, I believe.
Citation from a reputable source?
Hey, we'll be back. If this sign to be gone when we get back. Oh, there we go. Is he in uniform or is that a wife beater he's going? Is that a wife beater? I think it is. I think I see a wife beater.
Oh, and here's a little fact about frauditors. The top known frauditors on YouTube have either domestic violence, sexual abuse, drug possession, felonies, or misdemeanor charges. And you can at least verify that.
I'm not going to wear his t-shirt, guys. I'm not implying that he beats his wife. But if I had a stick that was called a dog killer because it kills dogs, and I walked around with it, like, oh my God, dog killer. I might just think I'm a dog killer. Anyways.
Well, I guess when you're unemployed, have an arrest record, and are just an overall unpleasant person, you gotta find something to do with your time.
Hey, Saj.
What's that? I asked, I inquired for something.
Okay, what did you need?
She said she was going to remove these signs. I don't want to do it for her.
Lies. Oh, lies!
Who's she who?
The clerk that was sitting right here.
She wants to remove a sign?
She said she was going to do it.
What sign are you talking about?
This sign right here, it says, please refrain from use of cell phone while conducting business at the service window.
Like the clerk? Are we talking the clerk of court?
I'm sorry, I
We're
can't.
not removing the sign.
Why? It's a violation of the First Amendment.
Okay. It's there and it's not going to be removed.
Denied.
Well, it's against the Constitution. Did you swear an oath to the
Do you
Constitution?
have any other issues, sir?
This is a very big issue because it's the First Amendment to the Constitution.
No, it's about doing stupid things to make your stupid videos.
Oh, over here too. Well, hello.
Yeah, I have a question. That gentleman that was
Well, I was
just.
talking to the young lady.
Well, now I'm talking to you. So she's.
No, I was talking to the young
Are you
lady.
still talking to him?
I mean, I was talking to you.
Well, you can't multitask. You got a gun, but you can't handle more than one task.
Did anybody ever tell you not to interrupt somebody when they're talking to somebody?
Well, I have a question for you. So are you going to answer it? The guy. No, you work for me. I don't work for you.
What an asshole!
You don't live in that city. You don't pay taxes in that city. You don't pay taxes in the city you live in because you're unemployed. And last I checked, at the time of this video, you were collecting benefits from the state.
Is there something I could do for you?
Well, these signs are unconstitutional, so.
Very nice young lady, by the way. You have a very nice friend.
So the guy that's behind the desk. No, now I'm talking to you because now you're gonna. No, she's all set.
Well, the thing is, the sign is there, and then I don't go out and take.
Okay, sir, can I get a Freedom of Information request?
You literally filmed a couple minutes ago that the records division window is less than 10 feet from where you're standing. If you're going to pull making a FOIA request out of your ass as an excuse to be there and not loitering, the least you could do is go to the proper window.
So you guys aren't able to remove the sign even though it's really unconstitutional?
Again, that's your personal opinion. For people who claim to know so much about the Constitution, you all seem to forget that constitutional rights are not absolute. There are some situations and conditions in which they can be limited. If you want to use your phone so badly, you still have the freedom of movement to walk outside and use it. And even if you believe in your bullshit argument that your First Amendment rights are being restricted, this is not the proper forum to discuss it. Laws, statutes, Supreme Court rulings, all those things that determine our rights under the Constitution are made in courtrooms, not in a police station lobby. So just because you don't like the rules or don't agree with them doesn't mean they're going to change them for you right there that day.
Sir,
It's Saturday.
can I get a Freedom of Information request form?
Online, they go online.
Oh, no, you have them right behind you. They're right there. They're right there. They're within reach.
No, she's done talking. I'm talking to you now.
I think she can speak for herself.
Well, I'm speaking for myself. She's no longer speaking to.
Once again, I should remind everyone that the guy acting like a total misogynistic jerk to the person holding the camera, who at the time was his girlfriend, is only suspected of being an abuser. He has, however, been proven to be absolutely pedantic.
The officer that was back there with the clipboard, he's not in uniform.
Sir, you're being disorderly. You're being disorderly.
Is
You're
he
being
working
disorderly,
right-
sir.
Is he working right now?
Do you feel threatened by these two? I mean, they're so.
No.
Are you inquiring,
What is that?
actually, you're very rude. I was talking to you first,
Yeah,
sir.
no.
I was talking to you first. Can I have a Freedom of Information request form?
So I've watched a fair number of Frauditor videos in my time, and I've always noticed a certain formula to them. Guys show up, they act like jerks, cause a ruckus, and then they get to walk away patting themselves on the back, facing no consequences whatsoever, thinking somehow their deplorable behavior was meaningful or empowering. This video is not one of those.
Okay, what's going on, fellas?
Don't push me.
Do not touch me. Oh, give me my phone.
You can't.
Give me my phone. Outside. I want my phone.
I have to say, it's quite refreshing to see that there are in fact consequences for poor behavior, and that there are people in this world who will not stand for these guys. I want my phone! I want my phone!
Don't touch me. Get your ass off. You got my shirt. You my phone. Here's your phone, bro. Oh! I want your name and badge number right now. Shit for me, ass. Do not touch me. See you. Arrest him. Arrest him right now. Arrest him. I'm pressing charges. I'm pressing charges against him right now.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
You're gonna have to.
He just screamed at me. He grabbed me. He assaulted me for practicing a First Amendment right. Arrest him now.
Well, the whiny petulant man-child is about one demand for a supervisor away from becoming a Karen.
Arrest him. Name and badge number now.
Is he being suspected of a crime?
Name and badge number.
Well, now he's accused of
Name and badge number. Name and badge number.
You're either gonna have.
This is the worst experience I've ever had at a police department. Ever.
Well, to be fair, a police department isn't exactly a place you would have an experience like you would a retail outlet or an entertainment venue. If you're not enjoying your experience, well, maybe, and this might just be a hunch, you shouldn't go to police departments and act the way you do.
Calm down.
Don't bring my phone. He grabbed me. He ripped my shirt. You're here and antagonize the police.
Yes, let's hear that officer say it one more time.
My shirt. You're here and antagonize the police.
Wait! There's more!
I want you to shoot. You're walking in our building and filling this bull. You don't treat the public like this. You don't do that public shit in my department.
We're good.
You hear me?
What's your name?
You want to come down here and cause trouble? You'll get it.
Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm sure there are some people out there who may not necessarily agree with the actions of these officers or the statements made, despite the fact that, let's be honest, it's what we wish all auditors would be told. Let me put this into perspective. Often auditors will target small, rural communities, likely because they've been chased out of their own and everybody knows who they are. They come to these places where more than likely the local people all know each other and probably don't even have a problem with their police department or just following the rules. And all of a sudden, some outsiders show up, total strangers who act disrespectful and cause nothing but trouble, believing themselves somehow entitled to tell everyone what to do. It was actually not uncommon back in the day for such small communities to run people like this out of town. So can we honestly be surprised that after how these jackasses behaved, this was the response they got?
I want my phone. It's related over here. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. Why? I want my phone.
Oh, and the most whiny of the group is still having a petulant meltdown about his phone. Even teenage girls would roll their eyes at this guy.
I'm not. I was getting my phone out of my hand. Oh, shit. Ouch. Screw. Or you're going to jail. I feel good.
God, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
No, I'm leaving.
Please.
I am.
Go with your friend. Come back here and you gotta catch it. If you're gonna pull that shit here, it ain't happening.
Boom. Roasted.
And he is still screaming. Funny how his two friends aren't turning around to film this. Aren't you auditors supposed to risk your safety and freedom to film police to hold them accountable?
Here at the Western Police Department. I told you my girl was assaulted. I was assaulted. Did you get everything on tape, the way they were grabbing him, all that? Yeah. You got it all? We're going to go across the street to a public place right now, and we are immediately going to contact the chief of police right this second. Continue to record while I call.
Now, unfortunately, there was no information about who it was who told them off, no name or even a face, but it would be absolutely hilarious if that was actually the chief that he's going to try to call.
Get that pulled up on the screen. We're going to go across the street. I'm going live right now.
Well, that was crazy. What? Yeah.
And in the end, they abandoned their friend to his fate and ran off like cowards. Though, let's be honest, are we really surprised? I mean, are we really expecting them to stand on their convictions, being the champions of free speech and the Constitution they claim to be? Of course not, because all frauditors are attention-seeking drama queens who cry and scream when they don't get their way. And their way is just to stir up trouble, antagonize people, piss off the police, and film it for their YouTube channels. And you don't even have to take my word for it, because let's not forget, sometimes they admit to this themselves.
He just wanted to stop and talk to me for some reason.
Don't talk to him.
I'm sorry.
Now they told everybody what we're doing and everything.
I'm sorry.
Because we didn't get any reactions anywhere else because they notified everybody.
You bet they got a ride on the horn. I hate when you don't talk to them. They absolutely hate it. They'd have been following us through this whole compound.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you
Well, that's all the videos for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tones overthinks it. But yeah.
Hope you enjoyed.
Well, what was that, Ray?
I said I hope they enjoyed. It's...
Yeah, enjoy it, everybody. You know, I just want to say before we go, please join us tomorrow as we have our Memorial Day mega stream tomorrow. Starting at what at one Pacific, 1 Pacific, 4 Eastern.
Yes. Please, if you can make it. I know a lot of people have plans on Memorial Day, but if you can make it, we would love to see you. So
Right.
please stop by. It'll be a fun time.
It will be. We're gonna have fun and laugh at stupid like always. But
Like
yeah.
always. Yeah.
But it's over the
Okay.
2-hour mark. And we got to sign off for the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Everybody have a great night, and we will see you again right away tomorrow. Okay. Stay safe out there, guys.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.